Okay. You guys see the screen? You guys see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, is this the beginning of the game? So let's play and we'll skip ahead to a. Or should I actually put it in interactive mode so we can move it, right? Or is that always worse? It's always like further away, but. So this is what I like here. I'm going to go out of interactive mode because it's just harder to control. But I can tell you what I liked there. I just messed up the goal. Oh my God. I am butchering this thing. How do you get out of interactive mode? Oh, right here. I'll go back because that was the goal. So I like what Jason and John did here. Play back to the keeper. And then John rotates out, right, into space. And then he does what I've been asking for a while. We didn't clear the line, but Val makes a spectacular play to do a flick on. And this will bring me to a point, though. So I want you to see. Now I will go to interactive mode. Okay. Because I want to show you. Let's go back. I want to show you the exact moment of when John kicks it. Okay. This is very important. Every bit of distance counts to beat the guy over the top. So he's about to kick it right now, right? Can Arik be higher up?
Yes.
And if this was a race, and it is a race, this was like an actual track race, who's going to win that race? 9 times out of 10, if all things being equal. What's that? Right back.
The right back.
I cannot stress the importance of taking every little bit of advantage. How many times is the difference of you getting a ball where it's like literally a foot or a couple inches where you could get the ball or get your body in front? It's the difference between scoring out. So you see when John plays it, there's the ball hit, right? Look at this. Look at the head start he has. See it? He could literally have been moving already and actually passed him and been here. When the wingers do that, we're going to start scoring a lot of goals. And then they're going to have to back up. Okay? But we're giving these guys a head start. Even Noah here, and you have to talk, Noah is Noah at the highest line possible, or is he giving up?
He's giving up space.
Giving up space. And I know it seems like a minor detail, but that's how goals are scored. Goals are scored with the little things like that. So it is imperative. Here's Anise. It's imperative that we're on that line because now the ball's kicked and you'll see. Okay. This guy actually makes a mistake. He kind of gets caught flat-footed, but look at the center backs dropping. See them? It takes a spectacular play by Val for this to be a goal, right? Because that ball was going to drop. All right, and they make a mistake, just so you know, they make a mistake. They make a classic mistake here. See, you can pick it out. What mistake do they make? Who can tell me? What did they not do fast enough? What are you supposed to do when one of your center backs is challenging the ball or anybody in your back line is challenging the ball? You got to drop. So this guy doesn't drop fast enough. And you look, now he's in a foot race with Noah. Okay? that guy, this guy needs to realize, okay, the ball's going to my right center back area. I needed to already, he should have already been going central. And that led up to goal. They got caught flat, what we say. Always got to drop. One challenge is one job. You guys follow me? But you know, one of my themes here is going to be today is we need to be as high up as possible. Very important. So that's what I'm going to be watching this top here. Okay. And we need high and wide wingers. All right. I'm defending right now. This is pretty good, but still, are we sagging? Yeah, it's going to require a lot more running. And then let me go to, I think this is where it is. So there the ball sent. Look, same thing, man. So it's a head start. Let's go back. I know it's Thorne has the ball, right? So, but you can see that when Thorne plays it, okay, look at the head start they have. See it? Even on Noah, did they have a head start? Yeah. And the ball goes over, and now they're always going to have an advantage. Okay? Always going to have an advantage. So it's imperative that we get as high up as possible. Let me show you what the run should look like when you are that high. For and you guys that are on a computer, you can control the pieces. Okay. So let's say we're blue, right? The run, everybody see the screen? The run, okay, if this guy, if our center back gets it, right? This is where we need him to be. Okay? Now if the ball is sent to the channel, this is the half space channel. The run, what you're trying to do is get to that ball first, which seals him off. And now he can't do anything. You're 1v1 against the goalie. Whereas we're here too often. Okay? And then the ball is sent, and you've seen it already, and it looks like this. Right? How many times does that happen? That's because we gave them a head start. Okay? When the ball is struck, and if it's put into the channel, and we're ready to go, and they're caught flat-footed, we get to it first. We will get to it first, but not if you're here. Not if you're here. It's not going to happen. It's important. Okay? You can also make a run. This can be done. This would have been Hamza. Hamza can see that this is an open ball situation. So Hamza does not need to wait. He can actually start running, right? If they're not going to press, which a lot of these teams don't press. Then this guy can make a flat run. When we're at practice, we call it football runs. Giancarlo knows this. We call them football runs. A football run. This is not a football run because you're offside. Football run, when they have a back line, it's straight across. It's a flat run. Okay? This would be a football run if you did get caught here, you could go diagonal behind them. A diagonal run is a football run. All right, when the ball is struck and you go diagonal, that's a football run. Diagonal run to a to a straight pass. Okay, not straight to straight. So flat. This guy can go flat across, hand in the air, and then when the ball is struck, he plants his foot and goes. All right. Meanwhile, this guy's overlapping this way. All right. So this run needs to go across. You don't need to stand there. You can actually get a head start. And then you just literally plant your foot when the ball is struck. That gives you an advantage because you're already moving now. This is vital for our wings. We are not, I'm telling you now, we are not getting the proper movements yet from the wingers, and that's hindering our scoring. Okay, so we need the wingers to do that. And you'll see in tape it's not happening. All right. Okay, so let's go back to the tape, and we'll probably see some examples. We're just not gonna. Where is the tape? Okay. That's their ball. I mean, the marking was good. I think we all agreed the marking was much better. Look, see another like late start. But we didn't have the ball yet, so it's fine. All right, so he's marking, now we unmark, right? Now this is an example of, now you see T-Ben go because this is an open ball, right? Good, that's a good pass by Val. T-Ben goes to the back post, it's good. That play Val had there, that's open ball, right? We talk about that. That's a perfect example. Where's he at? Okay, this is a perfect example of an open ball. And look who makes the run. Who makes the run? So let's. Okay, Val gets turned here. He gets in. He gets in the what we call the hole. Okay, and because Val now has an open ball, who's this? I don't know who that is. Doesn't matter. But I think it's Noah, and he makes. You got to make a forward run, right? Because it's an open ball. You don't check in. It's probably even too slow. You know, it's got to be even faster because it's open ball. The ball is just going to be played through.
Where he
The theme here is we're not high enough up. What's that? What's that?
Where Noah checked in for the ball right there, could that be like a midfielder and Noah could be like an extra man in the box? If you go back a little bit.
Here. So once this ball is open, okay, Val has nobody on. This is classic open ball. This is not a check-in situation. This is when I say open ball, this is like a standard soccer term. It means the ball can be played forward, and it means we need forward run. They could be diagonal, but they need to be forward. You're not checking to the ball. You're checking away from the ball because he doesn't need your support. He needs support behind in the event of a counter. We don't need everyone to make a run. We can't have all 11 of us make a run, right? So, and the runs have to happen fast. They can't be, the game moves so fast as you go up levels. When there's an open ball, it has to be immediate run. It can't be a hesitation like, oh, my halfway. You're going to see these guys are kind of halfway between, watch. Tell me if these guys are immediately sprinting forward or if they're halfway between like support and going forward. Watch. You tell me Val gets the ball. Now watch everybody forward. Is this immediate sprints forward or is it kind of like halfway? What do you think? I think it's halfway. If you sprint, right, you're not gonna be offsides because Val can play the ball. All right. And if they do back up, you just gave Val more room. I need you to understand that. So you just gave Val more room. All right. So Val has the ball. If you sprint right now, immediate go, right? Noah, how much space does Noah have to go here? Just go, right? Just go, okay?
Shouldn't he run
Um,
central?
What's that?
Shouldn't he run central?
Yeah, like he could literally run right past this guy in the middle. Exactly. He should go back. He could do a diagonal run right through. He should sprint through this because what I'm getting at is what did the defenders have to do? This is what we have to understand. What did the defenders have to do if Noah goes diagonal and tries to shoot through there? What do they have to do?
They either follow him or, I don't know.
They either got to do an offside trap, all three of them, right? Okay. Which ain't going to work because Val has the ball on his feet. So he's literally about, as long as Val plays the ball through. Can Val find a hole here? Val is close enough to the defenders. We talk about this. The closer you are to the defenders, isn't it harder to stop a through ball? Right? Think about a split pass, right? The closer you are, that's why we tell guys, what do we tell you to do in a 4v2? Like drop the line, right? Drop the line and close the space. Because the closer you are to the ball defensively, they can split you faster, right? So we're looking at it. They either have to drop this line. If they come forward, they're even easier to split. So we want to sprint, and now it's either going to force them back, or when Val does play the ball, he can run onto it. T-Ben needs to sprint immediately. Immediately. It's a little like kind of like waiting. All right, it's not fast enough. Not tell you right now, it is not fast enough. We need more aggression there. And these are opportunities that we squander. I cannot stress it enough. It has to be aggressive movements from the forwards. That's why you're a forward. Okay, now here's something like it looks like we have the ball a little bit here. This would be a good time to talk about like the channels. So let me show you them here. So I think I belabored the point with I really want you as high as possible. All right, so let me show you now the channels. Okay, when we talk about the channels, I want to define them for you guys here. These are the sideline channels, right? Everybody, everybody knows where they are, right? Like, let's put a. Okay, right? This will be the sides, right? Okay, these would be the half space, right? This is familiar now. Because we need to speak the same language. Okay. So does everybody see the 5 channels? Can everybody see them? Yes, no? Yeah, right? So what we want to do is to get the field spread and to give as many options, we want to occupy all 5 channels. Some teams don't do that. Like some teams' game models are, if the ball is over here, they don't occupy all the channels. They shift everybody over. You understand? They'll shift everybody over. It's just the way some teams play. Okay. We want to play an expansive game. We are going to occupy all 5 channels. So if the 9, this is the important part, the 11 and the 7 in general, that are responsible for the sideline channels. But we can do rotations, which I'll get to in a second. I just giving you general jobs. The 8 and 10, in our system, they're the half space. In some systems, they play the wingers in the channel. And they might play, a 4-2-3-1 where everybody's back further, right? Okay, very narrow. You guys play against teams that do this, right? And the 10 will kind of sit here. This is a 4-2-3-1, right? See it? When I talk about a narrow 4-2-3-1, this is what a lot of teams we play against. This is how they play, man. When the ball goes to the sideline, they'll shift everybody over to that side. But when the ball's in the middle, they're very narrow. We are not going to play that way. This is why I'm always fighting with guys to get them wide because they're not used to it from playing on other teams in the area. We, in general, want this, and then the 8 and the 10 occupy the half space. What does the 9 occupy? You know, the 2 and the 3 in general will occupy the sideline, but they can come in. But this is the general look of what it should look like. So your general job is this. Does that mean you're there the whole game? Of course not. So an example could be, say the ball's here. And this player is getting marked, right? So let's say he's marked, okay? He can simply rotate out. And then if he follows him, rotates out. This is a standard rotation, and then rotates in. Okay, this is what we need to start doing. I'm going to show you these rotations. This is one of the simplest of rotations. Okay, and we talk about if you're marked. I tell this to everybody. If you're marked, you can drag the mark away. Okay, this could even be done where if he's marked, he could check in here, check away. If the 8 doesn't follow him, he's open. You see it? If the 8 does follow him, the 9, when he goes into the 9's channel, what do you think I want the 9 to do? What channel's open now? You see it? Everybody see it? So let's I'm gonna make some movements and Hamza is gonna move the player. You're gonna see the rotations. All right. So I'm gonna make the initial moves, and then Hamza is gonna show me what he thinks we should rotate. Okay. So let's see, we're covered here on the 6. Okay. So he's covered, and the 6 is covered. The 6 can, let's say, rotate away from the ball. All right. Rotate away to the weak side. All right. And then what could happen here? Say he just drifts a little bit. Who could move into this space? The 10's in a great position. I'll move it for Hamza. The 10 can simply just check, still stay behind the ball. They can't even see him. You can just literally do this, right? And get half turned. Okay? Literally do that. Just all the 6 had to do was just move this guy a little bit to open that up. Whereas if the 6 stayed here, right, and started to check in, what happens to the hole? It's closed. But if the 6 just drags him out or just does this, goes behind, right? This guy might go, okay, let me back up. And as soon as that happens, you can check into the space. The other one would be, like we said, over here. Another example in the back would be a complete rotation. The 6 comes out. Okay. If he's followed, great. The 10 rotates in. Okay. 10 rotates into a space. We play to him. Okay. So we need to do more rotations. We're not doing enough movements from our midfielders. Val was doing a good job of it last night. You saw him drifting, but we want to always try to occupy like the different channels. That what you don't want is this. Okay, what's wrong with this? One player can cover, their 8 is covering how many guys right now, basically. Okay, this is an example. We don't want that. We don't want guys in 2 channels. If the 6 does come over here, you know, the 10 could rotate over, all right, into this space. Comes through. Okay, we can then say and send a diagonal ball right in. So it's just being aware of not like for now, because this takes a little bit to learn, and we can do it, and I don't have you guys at practice all the time. So the best way to think of it is to try to occupy different depths and different channels. Okay. Without, going into too many, we would practice it on a grid. I would usually show you guys. But if here's an example. Let's say that the 4 and 5, okay, and hopefully the strikers out there are going to watch this. If the 4 and 5 are tight, okay, and because we have a wide winger, the space is there, right? Okay, let's say the 10 is like, right here. Okay, he's too far away to make a run right now. All right, so the 9, where do you think we would want the 9 to go? Where's the most space? Say this is kind of like this. Where's the space at? Where's the big at? What? Here. So the 9, and the reason you do that is if you can get in between a large space when the ball is sent, you have a better chance of getting to it because they're further away from you. It's just math, right? Whereas if he's here, these guys are closer to him. This would have to be like literally a perfect pass for him to receive it first. Whereas if he's here, it doesn't have to be as perfect. Now, once he does that, what can the 10 do? Check away. All right, and occupy that channel. All right, so we're constantly switching channels. All right, so I hope that's something we definitely have to do. I wrote another note down so I get to everything in case people watch it. There's everything changing. Okay, so that's all my major notes. It's the things we definitely need to improve. I'll go back to the video for you. There's, this. That's just a lower ball, but like, Gavin's gonna play this. You see Val making the run, which is good. Let's watch Val making. Watch Val. He sees the hole. Ready? See him running into it? And then he has to slow down now because the ball wasn't played very well. All right. But that's what we need to do more of. Our wingers aren't doing this. Our wingers should be doing stuff like this. Need better runs. And then still giving up. But it's better. I'm not gonna say it ain't better, but we definitely need more movement, more rotations. Now, here's St. Thomas is here. I was trying to get Hamza to go forward more. Like right here, okay, you can just go. Because your mark is this guy. All right. Gian can cover for you. If you want to start moving up and put pressure on him. So if you go up here, I want you to understand something philosophically. What do they tell the wingers to do when a fullback goes forward? What are they supposed to do?
He's got to follow.
He's got to follow him, right? So one of our philosophies is if we can ball's over here. If we move up here, right? And he stays, all right. That's great. That's fine. Okay. But the reality is this guy's in trouble over here. If we can get the ball out there, all right, he's in a 2v1. It's a 3v1, really. All right, when you're looking at it there. Okay. But the point is, if they don't track you back, we have a numerical advantage, right? Okay. This is where we would also want this. You can bounce it, right? Bounce it to goal, over, go around the 9. And now we have a massive advantage. If he does go back, right? Well, now what are we looking at? Do we have more space? Yeah, right? And the 10, by the 10, is the 10 constraining? You guys know what you guys are, like a constraint is like we're limiting essentially what they can do. We're forcing them to do something. So the 8 can't go forward, or what will we be leaving out open? The 10 in space. So by when I tell you guys, I want you to go vertically forward, that's forward, right? It puts pressure on the defense to back up. I want to back them up. And the further back they are, the less chance they have of scoring on us. We're trying to back them up and give our back line space and time on the ball to play good, to play accurate passes. That also needs to get better. Our passes are not accurate enough. They're rushed and they're sent while we're running. So almost every ball that we sent, was that sent by a guy running or a guy playing from the spot? The ones we showed. Almost every single one of them, the guy is dribbling forward and then trying to play a ball. What do you think you're more accurate? Running forward with the ball and then hitting a long ball, or playing from a stationary position and then like stepping into it? Of course you're more accurate from a stationary position, right? Hitting a ball on the run is way less accurate. Way less accurate. I mean, so by backing them up, it's fine. We can you have plenty of space. All right. You can wait. All right. You can even, now here's another trick while we're on the offense. If this ball should just be popped over, but if you want, watch the 10, if you want to get it to 10, one of the things you can do is don't send it yet. Wait, because the 10 is in what we call the box right now. Okay. You can't get on the ball, but if you wait and you let this guy come out, look what's happening to the box. The box is getting stretched. You see it? And where's the window opening? You see it? And then you simply play it, and then you play it through the window you created. Now, if you do what some of our guys have been doing, watch, let me show you. What some of our guys do is they dribble this ball up. You understand? And now they dribble it up, and then they get so close, and then what do they try to do? Now they play it. Where's the window? Where's the window? Gone. You see it's gone? When I say play from the spot, the Spanish call it la pausa. Don't move. Pause. Let him come to you. He's opening up he's coming out of position. This is a compact block. It's very difficult to penetrate. We want to extract it out. Let him come to you. Don't dribble at him and close your own space. I always call that little kid soccer, where the parents are all yelling, take the space, take the space. That's little kid soccer, take the space. This is more subtle. Let him come out, you extract him. You look, I call this a window. You look for the window, the pane of glass. You want to break the glass. This man needs to recognize that the ball cannot directly go to him. It's going to go to a link player who's then going to break the glass and then play it. And then it's over. Did everybody see that? Does that make sense? When I'm always yelling to you guys, stop dribbling forward. I'm not yelling at you guys, stop taking a guy on. That's not even taking a guy on. I usually don't even complain about that. Like, you're going to take a guy on, there's time and place to take guys on. Of course it is. I'm talking about you guys are dribbling. We're dribbling for no reason. We have no plan whatsoever except to take the space. Does that make sense? What I just said? Anybody? Did I lose everybody? Am I talking to myself? No, I got a lot of guys. Okay. So does that make sense? This is important that our back line does this. Okay, that our center backs recognize that. Just play from the spot. Let them come out of slot. And it's important that our fullback recognize getting to our 10.5 space recognizes where the window will be. We get in position, the window, bounce it. This is what we do this in practice all the time. If you guys can get to practice, we work on these things to break these lines. Okay, this is a typical, those that would recognize this is a typical 4v2. I want to show you what it looks like. Say it. If I get rid of it, oh, I take another, let me show you. I'll use a red one, I'll use a white one. Does everybody see the 4v2? You see it? The game is filled with 4v2s. Okay? This is a 4v2. There's your 6. He's where he's supposed to be, right? This is why we set the rondo boxes up the way we do. Okay? How many times in a rondo, and when you do rondos, you'll stop doing this because anybody who's done a rondo, the guy never does this. Only noobs to the rondo try to do this, right? People who are experienced at rondos, they stay, they wait. And defenders stay because they know if they come forward, they're screwed. Bad players do what? They run right at this guy, and then what happens? See it? Okay, they run directly at the guy. Good players will recognize, okay, you know, we have to just sit back because we are at a disadvantage. Who are they trying to block from getting the ball? The 2, the 6, or the 10? Who are you really trying to stop from getting the ball? Which player in this rondo box is the most dangerous player to get the ball? The 10. The 10. That's who could do the most damage to the red team, right? So good defensive teams will block that lane. You have to extract them out. Play here. He comes out. Okay. One touch back, and then you split because you move them. You move the ball. The famous quote, you move the ball to move the player. One touch back, you break the line. You can do the same thing on this side. This is why, if I can motivate you guys to go to practice, this is what we work on. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to move the 11 now. I move the ball. The 11 comes out to press. He sets himself up in a position. Okay, bounce pass, split. Okay, what do bad offensive players do? Well, I just showed you. Okay, they dribble at this guy, right? And then they close the space. He gets so close, and at the last second, he tries to play it here, and what happens? Closes him right down. How many times have you seen that happen? Like every game, every time, right? You can calm down, okay? Play from the spot. All right. We need to get better at playing up the sidelines. The sidelines are so easy to break if you use the principles of rondos and the principle. This is called the principle of the diamond. If you understand how to play a 4v2, you could break down a sideline with ease. Has anyone ever done the up rondo with us? This is the up rondo. This is it. I know Jan Carlo has done it 1,000 times, right? It's a 4v2 with what at the top? The target player, right? That you play to, right? You try to play it to the middle guy, and then you play it out, or you play it to here, and then he breaks it here, and then we usually go backwards again. We do this all the time. This is what rondos are. We take a picture of the game. All right. We take a picture of the game and we set a box around it. And the box represents the other defenders. See this back line? That represents their back line. That's why you can't go backwards, right? What does see the 6? The line represents the 10 covering him, where he can't just turn. He's got to one touch it, okay? This is what rondos do. This is how Barcelona got so good. Okay, they did the Xavi and Iniesta and Messi did thousands upon thousands of hours of these. And the coaches told them what they were doing. They knew, they said, okay, this is Messi now as the 10. And he's breaking the line to, okay, and this is our winger that came into the half space. This is our fullback. This is our 6. Okay. It's called, this is positional play, and you can practice it in a small box. So if I can motivate you to come out to training, this is what you would learn, and you'll be able to do this in your sleep. It'll be so easy to break the line. As soon as they make a mistake, you break it. You're just waiting for them to make one mistake. All right. And a mistake is to go directly at the ball. And then it's so easily like teams will do this. They'll just come directly straight on at the ball. Right. And then it's just bounce it. This is a classic. What is this? What's 11 facing right now? A 2v1, right? What do we say to do? Not to do in a 2v1. Don't step into it. They'll do it all day. Step into it. But if you dribble at it, so you're not even giving this guy a chance to be done. We're doing what instead? Dribbling at him, right? And then we're laying the ball off. And while it's traveling, he just closes the guy down. Instead, stay, la pausa, let him step into the 2v1. How many times do I have to yell at our guys, don't step into the 2v1? And we stress it more than everyone. And they still do it, right? These other teams are going to do it. Just wait, let them step in, and then just casually break the line. Okay, so I hope that is good. Is there any question? I'll put them on the tape. Does that help a little bit? Now we're working on the offense. We're going to get real deep into these concepts. I cannot find how to get on. Oh, there it is. Watch last 5 minutes here, so what we can see here. Am I in interactive mode? Yeah. So let's go to regular mode. It's a little easier to see. To fast forward and whatnot. Come on. Oh, frozen. Okay. That's some hustle there from T-Ben. NFL. This is just an excellent play right there by, I guess that was Berden's. Okay. So here's where we would quickly, and this is what we would learn, quickly form a diamond for Gavin, right? Quickly form a diamond. That could be whoever this is checking down, and then he would be the top. Jason would be the side of the diamond. Because this is what situation is over here? There's only one player, right? If we can get with here, check down, we can literally bounce it right around him. But I'm fine with switch too. That's what they're going to do. And try to switch it probably here, right? Okay. I mean, he's covered. It's fine. But we need to, that's one of the things we need to get better at, is constantly forming diamonds. Always look to form diamonds, especially these teams are going to give us plenty of opportunities to do it because they don't press. This could be an example where it was really good. We had some really good plays, man. Beautiful. Just that ball needs to be sent. I remember at the time, like that's when we play simple. We're trying to do too much sometimes. Like leading up to that was brilliant. I don't like critiquing, but like, leading up to this play, look at how simple we play. Okay, T-Ben's initial pass is very simple. One touch, all one touch. Look at this. One touch. Brilliant. And then this last one touch we needed to happen. I'm gonna kill T-Ben on it. He started the play. But like how beautiful.
Hamza, that pass was awesome, bro.
Beautiful. All one touch passes. That was amazing, right? I mean, absolutely amazing. And you could probably see, the way it was set up. So here's the diamond forming. Okay. Top of the diamond, side of the diamond, side of the diamond, the bottom of the diamond, side, side, top, right? And we send it up to the top. We do this in what we call the up rounder all the time. Once you get to this guy, our sides of the diamond are supposed to go forward. Gion's done that 1,000 times. All right. T-Ben joins it. Now we have another diamond. Say it. Noah, top, T-Ben, side, side, bottom. Another triangle is formed. Okay, he's under pressure. What do? Play to the side of the triangle. And then this is what would be a third man run. So now we don't have a diamond because you can't, right? Because the top would be offsides. This is where a third man run would come in. The ball would be played, and then Noah would become the top of the diamond by making a run into that space like this. So it's a triangle, and then we make the top. Okay, it would look like, you get the idea. You make the top. Once you get used to using diamonds, you can do it with a triangle, and then you make a 3v1 rondo. You make the top of the diamond. That's what you do. I hate that this thing's in my way. How do I get rid of it? I can't see my. I wish I could show you my tactical pad, but I cannot. This thing is in the way. I don't know how to get rid of it. Okay, we're almost done. It's 8 o'clock now, so I'm gonna stop the recording so it doesn't get very long. So as we work on, just so you guys know, that's my offensive style. It's built on very fundamental principles of the principle of the diamond, making diamonds and triangles, and that's the, how do we say, like the atomic level of it all, right? Is you form a diamond around the ball, or if you can't form a diamond, you form a triangle. If you can't form a triangle, you just have two players. You form a diagonal pass, and then, but like those are the building blocks of an offense. So we need to build with the simple stuff. Lots of little simple triangles and diamonds will make a complex system together. Like they're all, the diamonds are going to be all throughout the field, and we're going to start teaching you guys. We play from one diamond into another diamond. Right. I'll leave you with one last thing. If I can get this, oh, there it goes. Thank you. Okay. So if I bring this up, you can literally count the diamonds. If our basic structure is what? This, and then I'll shut the tape off. So if our basic structure is this, right? I mean, you could literally count the diamonds. They're everywhere, right? Start with this diamond. 1, center back, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6. Diamond, right? See it? That's a 4v1. Okay, it's a 4v1. If they send 2, it's just a 4v2 in a giant space. You would break it with the same concept. Okay, so you play to the 5, right? Where's the diamond now? Left back, the 8, the 6. There's another diamond. So we played out of one diamond that Thorn was in. We played to another one. Now Thorn is the support of the diamond. So if we can't break out of the diamond, we can just play back to Thorn and switch to the other diamond on the other side. And now we're in another diamond. Okay. If you get it to the 6, get it to the 6, you now have a diamond with the 6, the 8, 10, and the 9. And then the breakouts are all the other players are your breakouts. Okay, if you get it to the 8, we talked about, now you're in a situation where it's a triangle that we're going to try to make, that someone has to become the top of the diamond. So it could be play out wide, right? Which will drag him out. The 9 beats the center back with speed and becomes the top of the diamond. See it? It becomes the top of the diamond. Okay, that can be done in a 3v1. We practice 3v1s, and you get used to moving and becoming the top of the diamond. Okay, so those are the concepts. Your diamonds, they're literally everywhere. All right, just to show you, okay, they're everywhere, especially when you're building out. when you're building out, they're everywhere. And then in the final third for the forward lines, they have to do more third man runs. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay. So I'm going to stop the recording. I hope that helped. It's only the beginning. Where do I stop the recording? Stop recording.